Hello and welcome to Art with Miss Olms. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Miss Olms. It's said like Sherlock Holmes, but you just don't say the H sound. So Miss Olms. I have been here at Discovery Ridge for 5 years now. To share just a little bit more info about me that you may not know, I have two wonderful parents. I have two sisters. One of them is actually my twin sister. My older sister is married and she has two kids, my niece Vivian and my nephew Landon, and they are absolutely adorable. I love things like traveling to new and exciting places. I love Harry Potter. I love art. I love reading, and I actually love making videos too, just like this one. So this school year is going to look pretty different from some of our past school years. One thing that you'll notice is that instead of coming to my room to do art or computers, I'm going to actually be coming to you on a cart. Another thing that's just a little bit different about this school year is that I will be wearing a mask as well as most of our students. So what this means is that I think it's going to be just a little bit harder for everyone to hear me when I'm doing instruction. So I'm going to try to do a lot more of my instruction on videos so that I can talk without a mask and you guys can hear me just a little bit better. It'll also be easier for everybody to see me if we're not able to gather on a carpet area. So normally during our first class together, I would start by telling you how things are going to look, how things are going to work throughout the day, if we're going to gather on the carpet at the beginning of every class, or if we're going to start each day with an activity. And the answer is, I'm not quite sure what the answer is to that yet. It's going to take me coming into your room, seeing how your teacher has things set up, seeing if it's going to work to do certain things, and then making changes along the way to make it work best for us. So I just ask for a little bit of patience as we try to figure out how class is going to look best in our classrooms. Even though this school year may seem really different at first and there may be a lot of changes to get used to, I still intend to have a really good time learning with you guys, teaching you guys, creating with you guys, and just having fun at school like we're supposed to. One thing that's going to be different about art class this year is that I will be rolling to your classroom with art supplies on a cart. One thing we're going to do to make this a little bit easier for everybody is we're going to use your supply boxes for the basic supplies. So pencils, crayons, scissors, things like that. If you don't have one of those things, or if you lose something like a black crayon, I have plenty of materials that I can lend to you, so just ask. Another thing that will be different about art class this year is that we're going to start every day with a sketchbook assignment. I'll talk about this more when I give you your sketchbooks, but it's going to be 5 minutes or so at the beginning of every class where you're going to draw in a sketchbook that I give you just to warm up your art muscles for the day. You're going to keep this sketchbook in your desk so that you have it out and ready to go as soon as I roll my art cart into your room. Let's talk about what we want to accomplish today. For today's art lesson, we're going to do a quick make and take, which means you're going to make it today and take it home today. And we're going to be talking about the idea of masks. I'm sure this has been something that you've talked about with your family and your friends, and something that you've noticed on most of the adults in the building today, as well as most of the kids. Some of you might even be wearing a mask today. So I'm sure you already know that we're wearing masks in order to protect ourselves and others from any germs that we might be spreading. There are a lot of ways that we spread germs, and one of the biggest ways is through coughing or sneezing. So what the mask is meant to do is to keep us safe from other sneezes, and in case we have germs that we don't know about, it's to keep others safe from our germs as well. You'll probably notice too that many of the masks have a lot of personality, and they kind of tell you a little bit more about the person that's wearing them. Sometimes people wear the mask that's just the most comfortable to them, but sometimes people wear masks that are created with things that they enjoy. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a color sheet that looks like this, and you're going to show me what it would look like if you do wear a mask or if you might want to get a mask in the future. So here's my example. So I wanted it to look a little bit more like me, and I wanted my mask to show a little bit about my personality. So I have rainbow in the background because with art, the rainbow order of colors is really important, and I also think it's really beautiful. And then I also included hearts on my mask because I thought it would just look really cute. So you can put whatever you want on your mask, just decorate it in any way that you think would look cool. After that, you're going to try to make the face look just a little bit like your face. It doesn't have to be perfect, of course, but maybe just make sure that you're matching your eye color, your hair color, and other things like that. Make sure that you're not putting a nose or mouth because those should be covered by the mask. Draw your face and your mask design with a pencil first. Then once you know that you're happy with your design and the way that you've drawn your face, you can go over it with anything in your supply box. If you want to color with crayons, with markers, or whatever else you might have in there, that's fine with me. Remember that you're going to make this today and take it home today.